Thank you for tuning in to Uncommon Women, a podcast that provides a platform for women of all walks of life to share their upbringings, life lessons learned, experiences, and journeys to come. Uncommon Women speaks on topics that can relate to all women. We share, we listen, we laugh, we cry, and we empower each other to be the best uncommon woman that they can be. Ultimately, we are cultivating a global movement of women supporting women. Women supporting entrepreneurship, relationships, self-love, and so much more. We inspire each other to make an impact on this world for the better. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Uncommon Women. Now, finally, grab a seat, get comfortable, and hear from your wonderful hosts, Shanira and Jenny Lee.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Lee.
And I'm Shanira.
And we are Uncommon Women. And we have two amazing guest speakers who are college women, Fatima and Mobi. And they will be speaking on their organization and their clothing line. Hi, Mobi and Fatima.
Hi.
So how are you doing this evening?
Good.
Good.
A little bit stressed, but overall.
Well, can you both, or one of you, whoever wants to go first, and can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I can go first. My name is Fatima Kamaro. I currently attend Thomas Jefferson University as a biopsychology major with a pre-med track. And this is my good friend Mobi. We're gonna have a good time.
Yes, don't be nervous, ladies. This is just so we're definitely gonna have an amazing time hearing about what you guys are doing for the community as well as the young girls. But before we get into all that good stuff, can you Mobi, if you don't mind going first, can you tell us a little bit about your childhood, where you were raised, anything about your upbringing or your family that you could help us today?
So I draw a lot of my work and focus on my own experiences of being a daughter of Nigerian parents in America. So I'm definitely motivated by their sacrifices, thankful for everything they've done for me. And yeah,
That's amazing. Is it just you and your parents that's here from Nigeria? Do you have other family?
I have two younger brothers.
Oh, okay. So they can be annoying, I'm sure. But you love them dearly, don't you?
Yes.
How about you, Fatima?
I would say my upbringing. This is in regards to my upbringing, right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. I would say it was very motivating. Anything that I wanted to do as a kid, my parents were usually always like, Fatima, like you can do it. Even if I was completely trash at it. Like, for example, in middle school, I'll never forget this. I decided to take up basketball. And my parents were like, oh my gosh, she's going to be Michael Jordan. Like, she's going to and in my heart, like, I knew that wasn't the case. But because they were motivating me, I still went along with it. And I was like, okay, maybe I actually can do this. I wasn't able to do it, but I still had the heart. That just goes to attest that like different factors in my life, my parents have always been there regardless of the situation. So I can't complain.
That's awesome. That's awesome that, we have to have supportive parents and, root us on, even if we're doing bad or good. And I love that. I love that because, not too many people are fortunate to have that. That's amazing.
And it's motivation for you to try, even though you're like, oh man, I kind of suck at basketball, but like, it's okay though. I'm trying. I got supportive parents, it's not the end of the world. Maybe I will, maybe not be Michael Jackson. Maybe I'll be LeBron, never know. Maybe I'll be the next Fatima. So that's great that you have supportive parents in whatever you decide to do. And that's great. Mobi, that your parents are supportive as well. I'm sure they're definitely supportive of what you're doing as well. So let's go ahead and get into the good stuff. Can you speak on
I was about to say that. So I would love to know what your business is about and how you started the organization.
So, being the daughter of Nigerian immigrants, I always felt like I was a blend of like two different worlds, like growing up here in America, but also still having that Nigerian background. So I often struggled with my identity and like accepting myself. And I always felt like I had to like constrain myself to like one label, which was hard for me because I couldn't identify as a single thing. So outside of my home, like my pronunciation of like different words was like tinted with my family's accent. Then inside my home, my words were tinted by like my American accent. So it was just hard growing up for me. So some of my family members, they would like refer to me as like Oyinbo, which is like the Nigerian term for like an outsider. So that really did like affect me. So like by volunteering at my church and like meeting people like Fatima, I was able to see like there are other people like me. So it kind of inspired us to like go out into the community and start like helping young girls who like went through the same struggles that we did, like help them grow professionally, personally, with like anything they need help with.
That's amazing. I love that. I loved how you were able to, sometimes we don't get to meet others just like us, but when you do meet someone I can tell from, just seeing you both how you guys clicked and was able to be like, you know what, we're going through this, let's do this together. That's amazing. I love it.
And how has the progress been with being able to help younger women, being kind of like a mentor? How has the progress been with your foundation?
I would say it's been nothing short of amazing. Just having that opportunity, because it almost feels like I'm talking to my younger self. So it's kind of like people have that thing like, oh, if I can go back in time, it's almost like that, like speaking to a young girl and like telling them that, hey, you actually can do this. You have the capabilities, everything that you need. You just need to go about it the right way. And I feel like that's where some people fail in life because they just don't know how to go about things the right way. They don't have a certain type of person in their life to say, this is what you can do. You're able to do anything that you want to. So I feel like if other younger girls across the world in the US or whatever, if they have that person in their ear saying that, hey, you can do this, it'd be a much better place.
Yeah.
I agree. I definitely agree on that. That's amazing. So let's speak on how you both are college students, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations on that. Let's speak on being in college and the pandemic and how things has been the transition in regards to wearing masks versus virtual and just being in school and everything overall. How has everything impacted your life thus far? And you guys can take each one of you can answer it separately is fine.
Well, definitely before the pandemic, I felt like I had like a clear vision of what I wanted for like all my like our organizations and everything. But during the height of the pandemic, it's like we kind of lost sense of what we wanted to do and how we like wanted to navigate our organization. And it was also like a very mentally draining period, dealing with school, a new virus, the reality of being Black in America, the NSARS crisis in Nigeria. It just felt like we were drowning, like hopelessness. So we kind of just wanted to hit the pause button, but unfortunately, like life goes on, so you can't really just stop what you want to do and like reevaluate everything. So we kind of decided to take a break with Beauty with Brains for a little bit, but now we're kind of in the process of like reevaluating and seeing like where we want to go with the organization. And also like for me, for my personal life too, like it's just been a very meditative period for me.
I could definitely say the same. Like when COVID first hit, I was like planning to come back to school and it never happened. So when I was back at home, I was FaceTiming Mobi constantly. We were like, oh my gosh, like we have so many ideas, but how are we going to go about it? And I felt like that was just God saying like, hold on, it's not the right time yet. When it's finally time for it to be released, it'll be released. But I'm so grateful that I got to have that time by myself. Because like Mobi said, like it was a meditative thing. Like I just was by myself. I wasn't around my friends or anything. Nobody was influencing certain actions that I was doing, certain ideas. It was just Fatima by herself thinking. And it really helped me come back to college because I have like a set goal of exactly what I want to accomplish. And I'm actually so grateful for it. But, you know, like the circumstances behind it obviously weren't that great. But, you know, just me being by myself and, you know, just listening to who I was, it was great.
That's good. So maybe your circumstances has changed because of the pandemic, but maybe God was using it to a season for you women to educate you mentally on your level of where you were at in life and plant those seeds that you needed so that when it's time to get out there and speak to younger women, that you guys will prosper and manifest in their lives in a positive note. So that's great that you guys, you know, took the time out to just spend time with yourself and get to know yourself a little bit more. And that strengthens you to help others. So that's amazing. That's really good. Fatima, can you speak on what you had started as an intern during the pandemic with how you helped others and yourself gaining research hours?
Oh, yeah. That was a very difficult time because during that time I was a sophomore, and in order for you to get into medical school, they usually look for research hours, like what you've accomplished thus far. And I was like, sophomore year is going to be the year. COVID happened, and it kind of put a halt. And I was emailing professors. I was like, hey, is there any way that I can get in a lab by chance? And they were like, no, it's COVID restrictions. So I was like, how am I going to get these hours in? Like, I actually need them. And so Mobi and I were talking like maybe a year or two back. We were like, wouldn't it be so cool if we can have like students across different college campuses and us just focus on a certain topic to research about? And, you know, like we constantly get together. So from that idea, I made it virtual. And I started an Instagram page. I didn't know the direction it was going to go in. I didn't know who the guest speaker was going to be. I didn't know who the audience was going to be, but I just started the Instagram page and I was like, hey guys, there's going to be a research program. Please join. And I put a Google form in the bio. And that same night, I was trying to figure out who in the world is going to be the guest speaker, because it's usually going to be like medical school students, healthcare workers, doctors, what have you. And something told me to go to YouTube, and I went into YouTube and I typed in, why is research important? And I'll never forget this guy, his name is Evolving Medic. I pressed on his video, and in his bio was his Instagram. And I was like, this is unprofessional if I like DM this man. like, hey, would you like to be an organization that isn't even set in stone yet? So I went about it. I DM'd him, and I would say maybe like 5 hours later, he got back to me.
Wow, that's fast reply.
That is
super fast. I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? He was like, please email me the information. I did that. He ended up being a guest speaker. I was like, the first person is a
awesome.
YouTuber. That's amazing. Like, this is amazing. And from then on, I just did the same process. I was emailing people. I went about it different. I didn't DM them anymore. I was like, that's a
He was like, let me be professional now.
Yeah, like, let me we're not sliding in the DMs anymore. We're emailing people now. But I was able to get some medical school students on, some different doctors within the Philadelphia area, and it's been great. I've just been so happy. I'm actually in the process of trying to bring the organization to my college campus so it can be like broader. So yeah, I'm just grateful to God.
That is amazing.
That's awesome.
Love it.
And when you started your virtual research for the hours for school, was it just people, intern students in the US, or did you have any intern students outside of the US?
Yeah, it was students in the US and also outside of the US. There was one from China, and I forget, the other one was from Canada. So I was like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just
that's a great accomplishment. That's amazing. You should be proud of yourself, definitely.
Yeah, all glory to God.
See? See, he used you for something else where you didn't even know that you were going to be used for.
Yeah. It's amazing how God works. I'm telling you.
With you doing this virtually, so how is it going now? Is you guys are still doing it I'm sorry?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was like just answering.
I said, are you guys still doing it virtually? Well, I mean, depending on how things are going, because you know, you just never know how the circumstances now with the pandemic. So are you guys still doing it virtually? Are you still
virtually? Because like I said before, there's students like within the US that are outside of Philly and stuff. So I still want to make sure that they get the same opportunity. And with that, I also want to make sure that students from my own school are able to, you know, hop on a Zoom and hear what they need to hear regarding like a profession that they want to possibly be in the health field.
Okay. So Mobi, can you speak on your accomplishments with your research projects?
Yes. So these past 2 years, I've had the opportunity to be on 2 research projects. My most recent happened this past summer. So I was given the opportunity to work with one of my professors, Dr. Jennifer Taylor, and I was working under the Fire Fellowship Program where we had to develop a workplace violence curriculum for EMS and fire responders. So I did get a lot of like research skills and like stakeholder engagement and all that stuff. But honestly, my biggest takeaway was how much of an emotional experience it was for me. I did not know the extent of violence that a lot of first responders go through while like trying to serve their community. And sometimes I just wanted to cry, like hearing their stories like firsthand. And it was just like so inspiring to hear from the people like I was trying to help, like how inspiring and how life-changing like the work that me and my colleagues were going to do. So that was amazing. And then last year I had the opportunity to work on a project called the Qualitative Study of West Philadelphia Residents Engaged in Drexel Research. I worked during the pandemic with Dr. Amy Carroll Scott. Besides the research skills I learned again, it was really cool because I got to interview people who were surveyors for the West Philly Promise neighborhood. And basically the West Philly Promise neighborhood is a Drexel-led initiative which is funded by the U.S. Department of Education, and it was designed to gain a better understanding of children and families living in Philadelphia's Promise Zone. And a Promise Zone is basically an area of high poverty communities where the federal government tries to partner up with local leaders in order to create programs to help improve their educational and health outcomes. So I got to hear a lot of like stories from the community, like what people go through and like what kind of change they want to see in the community. And I was able to like communicate that back to like my research leads. So it was a pretty transformative experience.
Wow, that's powerful. So now I'm intrigued to hear at least one of the stories that you heard that made you feel emotional, without naming any names, obviously. We don't want to put names out there. Doctors will do that. Shout out to all the doctors, you know. But is there one story that you can think of that really made you emotional or was very inspirational for you?
One of the emotional stories I can think of was, so one of the persons I was working on the research I did last summer, they came into someone's home and they could see like feces all over the ground, like cockroaches were crawling over everywhere, like they're like young children living in like this kind of environment. So they described it as like a shock, like it was just shocking to see someone like live in that kind of environment. So we were just like finding like we were just like thinking of different ways, like how can we like help someone come out, like how do you go about that, like talking to people, helping them out of that circumstance. So as a young researcher, it was just like it brought up a lot of questions for me, and like the kind of work, it kind of like informed the kind of work I want to do as I go on in my career.
Okay. Interesting. And did they express like how did they handle that type? Do you know how they handle those type of circumstances when they walk into a house like that? Do they have to just typically ignore it and just go to what they have to do?
They literally have to. I'm just like, how do you ignore something like that?
Be looking around
like
oh.
Right. I would feel, honestly, I would feel sad for the children too, you know.
Yeah.
I wish I could help them. But anyways, sorry about that. So we know that you put or have you guys started working back with Beauty and Brains this year, or is it still on hold?
Yeah, Beauty with Brains is still on hold.
Okay.
Because we want to make sure that we have the same impact that we did back in Reading, Pennsylvania, which is both of our hometowns.
Okay.
So like trying to having it transition over to the Philadelphia area. We're trying to see if we can go with different schools, things like that. We just want to make sure everything is right.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
So can you name maybe one or two things that your goals is to impact the Reading area and the Philadelphia area with Beauties and Brains for the young women? Did you guys get that far, or you still researching in regards to how you want to put everything together?
We're still researching like on how we want to put everything together, but like one of our main focus points, we want to focus on like how COVID has affected like a lot of people with like jobs, their families. So we really want to look into that as well as like other issues.
Okay.
I would also add to that the importance of sisterhood, because when you have people who are like-minded and have a goal as well, it motivates you. So just understanding that like not everything is a competition, especially like for young girls as well. Just having somebody to look to is a big aspect of growing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
important.
So can you also speak on how many students you helped so far and, starting the organization?
So before the pandemic, we partnered up with another nonprofit organization in Reading, and we would physically meet like once a week, typically like after school. And we had about like 15 to 20 girls coming like to each of our weekly meetings. And yeah.
It's okay, girl. I do that too. It's okay. So that's great. And you said, was it monthly meetings that you were having with the other weekly meetings? Wow. Yeah. So were you in the other organization, did you have to create content, or did they create the content and then you were just basically like mentors there for the weekly meetings?
So basically what we just needed was like a building and an audience. So they provided the curriculum and everything.
So they provided everything.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a blessing too. That's
awesome. That is.
Yeah, that's definitely a blessing.
That is amazing.
For it to be provided weekly, I can't wait till you ladies start again. This is amazing. So
I know.
Have you decided if you're going to transition to Philadelphia since you guys are in college, or is it something that you want to keep in your hometown, which is Reading?
I think, and tell me if I'm wrong, I feel like it would be really good if we could broaden out to the Philadelphia area, but still at the same time have something going on in Reading. If that means recruiting other women our age to help mentor, then that would be great.
Okay.
Yeah,
like,
that is
yeah.
Okay.
That would be something that would be great to do, because then you're basically outreaching everywhere you want to go, not just in the Reading area, but in the Philly area, and okay, I like that. So who is your inspiration and where does your inspiration come from?
So my biggest inspiration is definitely God. Like, I'm thankful for everything.
Amen.
I also draw inspiration from my family, from my peers. I'm inspired by like their motivation and like their own experiences. I'm also inspired by myself. I feel like whenever I'm feeling discouraged and unmotivated, I just look back at like what I've done, like what have I accomplished. I'd be like, wow, you really did that.
Yeah.
You gotta be your own cheerleader at times.
Yep, you have to be.
I was my cheerleader today. I was posting stuff. you gotta definitely have that self-love and empowerment for yourself so that you can help others. So ain't nothing wrong with that. And
no, not at all.
Sorry, go ahead.
For me, I would, like you said, I would say God is my biggest inspiration. Because even now, just like this moment, like this is insane. Like I wouldn't be sitting here next to you if it wasn't for God. We wouldn't be doing this interview with you two lovely young women, which is like absolutely insane. But yeah, definitely God, because I wouldn't be able to do anything without him. And also my parents as well. When I tell you, my parents, oh my gosh, they're amazing. Like if they want something, they go after it. You can tell, for example, my dad. You can tell my dad, like, it's impossible to go to space. He'll have in his mind, I can go to space. But I'm so grateful for that because it instilled the mindset that I have. And us just talking about our accomplishments, I'm just like looking back like, wow, we actually were able to do this because we refused to take no for an answer.
Yes.
And God,
yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah. That is very encouraging. You just, like you said, like taking no for answer. Sometimes it's hard, you know, when people reject you, but you just got to keep going and not stop. You know, like anything is possible. Anything is possible. There's nothing that is nothing. Nothing can stop you. And I love that. So also, can you speak on your clothing brand and whose idea was it that started it?
It's kind of a funny story. Because we were just sitting in my living room one day, and we both have like a passion for fashion. Like we love exploring our creative side. So we're like, how can we do all of that while like sticking with the majors we have already? So we got the idea, just like, oh, why don't we just start a clothing brand?
Yeah.
And I don't remember how cinched in the name.
Oh, this is what happened. We were in her living room. I remember she was offering me snacks and whatnot, and I was like being fed well. And we were like, what if we were able to like start a clothing brand? No. It was like, wait, cinched came about because it was initially going to be belts.
It was belt.
Yeah, it was going to be belts first, and then we decided to just broaden out. We were like, okay, if we can't do the belts, because we did a whole photo shoot with the belts too. I remember that. We did like shirts that we made out of pins. Like we were super creative. And then it finally came to us making like tote bags, hoodies, and t-shirts and stuff like that. So
okay. And did you have any of the stuff that you have in your clothing line by any chance? By any chance, you know, we want to see what's going on, you know, we want to promote you and get your stuff out there.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do.
What is the name of the clothing line as you're as you guys are getting your stuff?
Cinched In.
Cinched In. Okay. Do you have a website for that as well?
Yes, it's www.cinchedin.com.
Okay. And for our viewers that's watching, be sure to check out the website. Anything that they don't show us today, you're more than welcome to go on the website and check out their apparel as well.
So a little drum roll.
Okay. So it says Cinched In, and it's a hoodie. Is it a hoodie?
Yes, the hoodie.
Okay, and what does it say on the back then? You can read. You can just tell me what it
says.
It
says, "Look at what we started."
Okay.
So it's kind of a reminder to us and also to our customers, like no matter what stage of life you are, don't forget to like look back and like see what you've done, like what you accomplished, like look at what you started.
Yes,
for sure. This is one of the tote bags. I've been wearing it constantly, so excuse me if there's like anything on it. It also says the same thing as the hoodie.
Okay, I like that. Awesome. That is really awesome. I love it. So also, how can we help you and how can we help you in promoting you and not only and just like giving your information out there?
I would say, I would just say like post on the story if it's possible. If anybody who's watching, if you like what you see, you can definitely buy it. www.simpson.com. But yeah, just also keep us in your prayers. Prayers work. Praying works. So yeah.
Definitely. Thank you.
And also, I would add, stay tuned because we have a lot more in store.
Yeah, new collection coming up.
I love how you're just like so inspired and motivated to help these young girls. And I love how when I was reading your bios, I was just so intrigued. You know, you don't see a lot of college students doing that. And that is amazing. I applaud you for what you are doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So there is one question we do ask all of our guest speakers that come on today before we close up, and you ladies can take your time answering this individually. But that is, what makes you uncommon?
That's a good question. I would say I'm uncommon because I don't define myself under one label. I see myself as a multifaceted person, and I'm continuing to grow as such. Yeah, I think that's what makes me uncommon.
That's awesome.
I love it. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Fatima. Drum roll.
I would say what makes me uncommon is how I refuse to take no for an answer, which we discussed previously, and just my faith and trust in God, because I know for some people their relationship with God can kind of be like, I'm gonna trust you, but not completely. Like, I kind of want to take things into my own hands. Right. And over time, I had to learn that when I let God like completely take the ropes over my life, so much is possible. Those times when I was like, oh God, I know what I'm doing, I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, that's what makes me uncommon. Just having a great relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and the faith that I have in him. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Is there anything that you ladies would like to say that we didn't cover, we didn't discuss, or anything that you would like the world to know before we close out?
Let's see.
And it could be enough. You can't think of nothing because I know I put you on the spot. Like, it's just free for all. If there's anything that you in your heart that you would like to say.
I'm just grateful that you guys had us on for this experience. It's really been amazing.
Thank you. This was a whole blessing.
Aww.
I would say, to the viewers, I would say continue to go after your dreams. You do not want to live in regret, okay? You don't want to live with the mindset, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Do it now. Everybody on this call right now is a testament to that. Just go after it. Don't let anything stop you. Time waits for no man. So just go after your dreams and do it now. You can be an inspiration to so many people. You don't know what God has in store.
See, look at that. You ain't
see,
girl. That was powerful. Okay? That was powerful, girl. That's what was blowing up inside of you. That was like, you gonna say it? You gonna say it? So I'm glad. I'm glad that you said it, because I think a lot of people, they do have to take heed and let everyone know, time doesn't wait for nobody.
It doesn't.
And a lot of us put our dreams on the back burner or on hold. Like, oh, well, let me finish this first. I have time to do it. We never know, So I think that's very important. And I thank you ladies I know you guys are in school and rushing to get on the podcast today. So we truly appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedules, being college students, and them grades better be popping.
Yes.
To get on Uncommon Women today. We are truly blessed and fortunate to have you. And I love because you are young women and y'all have so many ideas. I love that you guys want to be business owners and entrepreneurs and still be in medical school and doing, just being in college, still getting your education is rewarding. So I know your parents are definitely happy and proud of you ladies for doing what you ladies are doing. Viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning into Uncommon Women and listening to their stories today, as well as their organization. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel under Uncommon Women Podcast. We are looking to get more subscribers on YouTube because we'll be doing some how do I put this? Well, I don't want to put too much information out there, but we'll be leveling up for season 5. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also check out our website at uncommonwomen.net, where we have our self-love apparel. And if you would like to be a guest speaker, you're more than welcome to go on there and fill out a form to be a guest speaker. If anyone has any question, topic, or concerns that you would like us to talk about, you guys can email us at uncommonwomenpodcast.com and we'll be sure to get back to you. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode, and be sure to stay uncommon.
Bye.